Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taken from about the 12. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Here's Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing. Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. Brett Maher on for the extra point. This is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Watson.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Watson. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
No time now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 4th down, Watson. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
They run it again with Kamara.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Alvin Kamara. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs. Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make...
Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points, but it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Cowboys make over first and 10 at their own 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Prescott off play action. That is caught by Lamb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
When we say the sky's the limit for C.D. Lamb coming into his 3rd season, it's not hyperbole. 1,102 yards in his first Pro Bowl nod last season. He's now the unquestioned WR1 for Dallas following the Amari Cooper deal. They get it to him there for a first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
On play action, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Prescott to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. To throw is Prescott. This to the sideline and incomplete. Nearly intercepted, in fact, but he couldn't hang on. 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Watson's throw complete to Dotson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points, while the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
And now Watson throws another interception. picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Faking the give. Now Watson. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Watson's throw caught by Olave.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Here's Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack.
All fans of the Washington Commanders have been holding their collective breath to see how Chase Young returns from last season's torn ACL. If we see the 2020 Rookie of the Year back on the field, everyone who likes the garnet and gold will be awfully happy.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Agnew now to return.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get free, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Washington 1st down. They didn't get a lot, but they do convert on 4th.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping it for a loss.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Watson off play action. That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
And it's 3rd down.
3 quarters have come and gone. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Watson now to throw. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on fourth. Now it's Watson. And this will be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well executed there on second down. So do you go back to the air on third?
Well, that's a possibility. But now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, 5. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Watson throw complete there to Thomas. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
A run here for J.D. McKissick. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Watson. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be second down.
To throw, Watson. Slant pass complete to Olave.
And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Try to pound it in, Kamara.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Alvin Kamara
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Commanders put together a fourth quarter drive to take the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Finding Schultz.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Prescott. That's caught again by Schultz.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Now Prescott.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
And how about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory.